Hi, I'm Mel Douglas, founder of the Black Women's Yoga Collective, and this is a 20-minute Power Vinyasa flow. We'll start off in a comfortable seat on our mat. Ground down through your sit bones, maybe move the flesh away from your seat, and sit up nice and tall. Draw your shoulders back and down away from your ears, and rest your hands on your knees or your thighs. And pause here. Take a moment to notice how your breath feels. Notice how your body feels, and notice how your mind feels. Just getting present before we begin. Taking a few deep breaths, settling in. And if you have an intention for class, I invite you to set it here. Breathe for a few breaths. And when you're ready, on your next inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead, grounding down through your seat, drawing your shoulders away from your ears, reaching up through your fingertips. Sit up nice and tall. And then exhale your hands to heart center. Pause for a moment. Inhale to reach your arms up and overhead. And on your next exhale, drop your right hand down onto the mat and reach your left hand up and over to the right, coming into a seated side bend, still grounding down through both sit bones, sitting up nice and tall, pressing your chest forward, pressing your right palm down into the mat, and reaching over with your left fingertips, remembering to breathe here. Taking one more deep breath in and staying for one more full exhale. And then inhale your way back to center. Sit up nice and tall. Notice the difference in your sides. And then exhale to plant your left palm down on the mat. Reach up and over to the left with your right hand. Seated side bend in the opposite direction. Adjusting again, grounding down through your sit bones, pressing your chest forward and up. Staying here, breathing deeply. Stay for one more full exhale and fold a little deeper. And then inhale your way back to center. Reach up nice and tall. And then exhale to fold forward over your legs. Let your head hang heavy. Reach your fingertips forward, still grounding down through your sit bones, feeling the stretch throughout your whole spine, relaxing your forehead down towards the ground. Take one more full exhale here, reach out, and then inhale to sit up nice and tall. Sweep your arms up and overhead. And exhale to plant your palms down on the mat, sweeping your legs behind you, moving into a tabletop position. Setting up a nice firm tabletop when you arrive, stacking your wrists under your shoulders and your knees under your hips, hugging your belly in and up for a nice flat spine, and drawing your gaze down between your palms. Pause here. And on your next inhale, drop your belly and lift your gaze, rounding your tailbone up towards the sky, moving into cow pose. Hug your shoulders in towards your spine and bring your gaze out ahead of you, grounding down through your palms. Pause in here, feeling the awakening in your spine, staying for one more deep inhale. And on your next exhale, round your spine up towards the ceiling. Drop your gaze back towards your belly button or your thighs and press into your palms, pulling your shoulder blades away from your spine. Now moving into cat pose. Staying here, nice strong arms, remembering to breathe. Take one more deep exhale in your cat pose. And then inhale your way back into cow. And we'll travel through a few cat-cows on our own here, linking the movement with your breath, moving at a pace that feels good in your body. Slowly traveling through here. Take one more cow pose and one more cat pose. And then come back to your neutral tabletop. Tuck your toes and send your hips up and back, moving into downward facing dog. When you get to down dog, bend one knee and then the other, pedaling out the legs. Maybe come up high onto your toes and send your tailbone up towards the sky. And then press your heels back down towards the mat. Just taking movement that feels good here in your body for a couple more breaths. And then finding stillness in your downward facing dog. Pause here, reconnect with your breathing. Reconnect with your intention. Notice how you feel. And on your next inhale, look forward. And on your exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Maybe you take a big step or some tiny steps. Maybe you're ready to hop forward. We'll meet in a forward fold once you arrive. Option to keep a bend in your knees here. Let your head hang heavy. Pausing in your forward fold, pressing your tailbone up towards the sky. Notice the awakening you feel in your hamstrings, grounding down through your heels. And on your next inhale, lift up halfway, coming into a flat back, long spine. Draw your shoulder blades in towards your spine and draw the crown of your head forward. Gaze is down at the front of the mat, fingertips press into your shins. Stay for one more inhale. And then exhale to fold forward over your leg. Head hangs heavy. Inhale to sweep your arms up and overhead, coming into extended mountain. And exhale your hands to heart center. Pause here. Reconnect with your breath. And we'll build from here. Drop your hands down by your sides, coming into mountain pose. And on your next inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead, bringing your right leg up in line with your hips as you lift your arms, flexing your right foot for a 90-degree bend in the knee, grounding down through your left heel, hugging your belly in and up. Stand up nice and tall here. And then exhale to bring your left hand to the outside of your right knee and reach your right arm behind you, coming into a standing balancing twist. Gaze comes out to the right side of the room. Maybe you bring your gaze towards your right hand. Grounding down through your left heel, lifting up through your torso to stand up nice and tall. Keeping the flex in your right foot, feeling that twist. Staying for one more deep breath in. And then exhale your way to center. Inhale to reach your arms up, keeping your leg lifted, knee is bent. And on your next exhale, send your right leg back behind you, moving into an airplane pose. Maybe you keep your hands at heart center, keeping the flex in your right foot. Maybe you extend your arms out long behind you. Option is yours. Stay here for one more deep breath in. And on your next exhale, slowly bend into your standing knee. Make your way into warrior two. Back foot drops onto the mat. Both arms reach out towards the front and back of the room. Pause in your warrior two. Reach out through your fingertips. Bend into your front knee. And then flip your front palm and reach your left hand up and back, reversing your warrior. Maybe your right arm reaches around for the inside of your left thigh. Gaze is up towards the sky, chest is open. Reaching through your left fingertips for one more deep breath in. And then exhale your way back into warrior two. Find it nice and strong here. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, left forearm comes to your left thigh. Right fingertips reach up towards the sky, moving into your extended side angle. Breathing here, grounding down through your front heel, reaching up through your top fingertips. Maybe you stay here, or maybe your left fingertips come down to the inside of your left ankle. Reaching up through your top hand wherever you are, hugging your belly in and up, not dumping the weight into your bottom hand. Pressing down through the blade edge of your back foot to find length in your whole right side body for one more deep breath in. Exhale your way back into Warrior Two. Pause in your Warrior Two. Inhale here. And exhale your hands to frame your front foot. Step back to high plank and pause. We'll move through a vinyasa. Inhale here, and then exhale to lower down halfway or less for chaturanga. Inhale to pull your chest through and flip onto the tops of your feet, moving into upward facing dog. And then exhale to send your hips up and back, coming into downward facing dog. Tailbone presses towards the back of the room. Ground down into your palms and pause. Take a few breaths here to reset. Reconnecting with your intention. Noticing how you feel. And then on your next inhale, look forward. And on your exhale, travel to the top of your mat. We'll meet in a forward fold once you arrive. Inhale to lift up halfway, flat back, long spine. Tailbone draws towards the back of the room. Exhale to fold forward over your legs. Inhale to sweep your arms up and overhead, extended mountain. Exhale your hands to heart center and pause. Drop your hands down by your side, coming into mountain pose. Take a deep breath in and a full exhale. And when you're ready, sweep your arms up and overhead, lifting your left knee in line with your hips, flexing your left foot, engaging your core, reaching up through your fingertips, standing up nice and tall, balancing here. And then exhale to bring your right hand to the outside of your left knee and reach your left fingertips towards the back of the room, coming into your standing balancing twist. Bringing your gaze out to the left, maybe towards your left fingertips. Engaging your core to stand up nice and tall, grounding down through your right heel to find your balance. Breathing here in your twist for one more inhale. And then slowly make your way back to center, keeping your left knee where it is. Hug your belly in and up. Inhale here. And then exhale to send your left foot back behind you, moving into your airplane variation. Maybe you keep your hands at heart center. Maybe you extend your arms long behind you, flexing through your left foot regardless of where you are with your arms. Pressing down into your right heel to find your balance. Gaze is down at the mat. Stay for one more full inhale. And then slowly exhale your way back into Warrior Two. Reaching out through your fingertips, adjusting the feet as needed, bending into your right knee. Feel nice and strong here. And then when you're ready, flip your front palm and reach up and back. Reversing your warrior. Maybe your left arm reaches around behind you for the inside of your right hip. Ground down through both feet wherever you are and reach back with your top fingertips. Gaze is up towards the sky, chest is open. Take one more deep breath in here. And then exhale your way back into Warrior Two. Find your Warrior Two, pause here. On your next exhale, move into your extended side angle. Right forearm comes to your right thigh, Left fingertips reach up towards the sky. Feel nice and strong here. Bring your gaze up. And then maybe you stay here, or maybe you begin to drop your right hand down towards the inside of your right ankle, reaching up through your fingertips, not dumping the weight, engaging in your core. Stay for one more inhale. Make your way back into Warrior Two. Get nice and strong here. And then hands frame your front foot. Step back to your high plank. We'll move through our Vinyasa, traveling through a low plank chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog, connecting the movement to our breath. Pausing in your down dog once you arrive. Taking a deep breath in and a full breath out. And then slowly walk your feet to meet your hands at the front of your mat, meeting in a forward fold once you arrive. Setting up for chair pose, bring your feet together, big toes touch, heels slightly separated, and then come back into your forward fold. On your next inhale, sink your seat and sweep your arms up and overhead, coming into chair pose. Check in with your chair pose. Make sure you can see at least your 2 big toes in front of your knees. Take the arch out of your spine, engage your belly muscles, hug your core in. Pull your arms back in line with your ears and bring your gaze out ahead. Feel nice and strong here. And on your next exhale, hands to heart center. Pausing here, inhale deeply. And exhale to twist over to the right, hooking your left elbow on the outside of your right thigh, coming into a chair pose twist. Pressing into your palms to open up the chest, bringing your gaze up towards the sky. Hugging your thighs in towards center, not letting your left knee creep out ahead, drawing it back in line with your right knee. Engage in your core to keep your belly from resting on your thighs. Take one more deep breath in here. And then exhale to fold forward over your legs. Let your head hang heavy. Pause for a moment. Inhale to lift up halfway, flat back, long spine. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. Setting up for chair pose again. On your next inhale, sweep your arms up and sink your seat. Moving back into your chair pose, checking in with your feet, checking in with your spine, hugging your belly in and up, pausing in your chair. Bring your hands to heart center and exhale, twist over to the left, hooking your right elbow outside of your left thigh, pressing your palms into each other to open up the chest. Maybe your gaze travels up, checking in with the knees, keeping the right knee in line with the left, not letting it travel forward. Engage in your core here. Take one more deep breath in. And exhale, fold forward over your legs. Head hangs heavy, let that go. Inhale to lift up halfway, flat back, long spine. And exhale, fold forward over your legs. Plant your palms, step back to high plank. We'll move through a Vinyasa. Taking our time with each motion. Meeting in down dog, taking a few rounds of breath in down dog. And then slowly dropping our knees onto the mat and sitting back to rest on our heels. Resting our hands on our thighs, drawing our shoulders back and down our spine. Sitting up nice and tall, breathing here. Reconnecting with your breath, reconnecting with your intention, letting all of the work go. Maybe you end class here, or maybe you come to lie down on your back, stretching your arms and legs out long, relaxing your shoulders, opening up your chest towards the sky, feeling the ground and the mat support you. coming into full rest, shavasana.